Alex did everything right. Good grades, a good degree, a good job. He thought success was guaranteed. Everyone told him it was. But every month ended the same way. His bank account stayed empty, and that's where the real problem began. Because Alex wasn't lazy. He wasn't careless either. In fact, he was smarter than most people. So why wasn't he getting ahead? That question haunted him. Then one day, something happened. Something he couldn't ignore. While grabbing coffee after work, Alex noticed a familiar face across the room. At first, he couldn't believe it. It was Jake. Back in school, Jake had barely passed his classes. Nobody expected him to become successful. People laughed at his grades. But now everything looked different. Very different. Jake looked confident, successful, financially free. Alex couldn't understand it. How was this possible? What happened? Curiosity got the better of him. So he walked over and started a conversation. Jake, what do you do now? Did you start a business? Jake smiled, then gave an answer Alex never expected. No. I just learned how money works. Alex frowned. Learned how money works? What does that even mean? Jake leaned back in his chair. School taught us how to earn money, but nobody taught us how to build wealth. Those words hit Alex hard because deep down, he knew they were true. He had spent years chasing income, but almost no time building assets. I have a good salary. Isn't that enough? Jake smiled. That's exactly what I used to think. Until reality taught me otherwise. Income can make you look rich. Assets make you wealthy. The sentence echoed in Alex's mind. Income versus assets. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept replaying the conversation. For the first time in years, Alex questioned the path he was on. He had spent years learning formulas, but never learned financial freedom. He knew how to pass exams, but not how to make money work for him. And suddenly, everything started making sense. The problem wasn't intelligence. The problem was what he had been taught, and what he had never been taught. The next morning, Alex met Jake again. So, you're saying school got it wrong? Jake shook his head. No. School simply skipped the most important chapter. Alex thought for a moment. Then why don't smart people become wealthy? What are they missing? Jake answered immediately. Because intelligence solves problems. But wealth follows different rules. Those words followed Alex home. He couldn't stop thinking about them. I always thought investing was for rich people. Not people like me. Jake nodded. That's exactly why most people stay poor. They wait until it's too late. But Alex still wasn't convinced. He had too many doubts. What if I lose everything? What if I fail? That's when Aria stepped in. That's the wrong question. What happens if you never start? For a moment, Alex said nothing. The thought hit harder than he expected. That night, he opened his laptop. For the first time, he searched for answers. The more he learned, the more he realized how little he knew. The next day, he downloaded an investing app, then stared at the screen. Charts, numbers, percentages. Everything looked overwhelming. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should forget about it. But Aria wouldn't let him quit. Nobody starts as an expert. Not even the wealthy. The difference is simple. They learn anyway. Something changed inside Alex. That night, he made his first investment. It wasn't big, but it changed everything. The amount wasn't important. The decision was. For the first time in years, Alex felt different. The fear was still there. But now he was moving anyway. Weeks turned into months, and small actions became habits. Most people wait for motivation, but wealth is built by consistency. Alex wasn't becoming rich overnight, but he was finally building something bigger than money, a new way of thinking, a new future. And then Alex understood. The lesson had never been about money. It was about thinking differently. Before everyone else does. The smartest people aren't always the richest, and the richest aren't always the smartest. But the people who understand money usually win. The question is, will you learn how money works?